All right, welcome everybody. This is Joe McCall. This is my Simple Land Flips webinar, and I'm going to be showing you on this simple webinar how to flip vacant land. It's my favorite strategy, I think, in my humble opinion, and I've done a lot of deals over the years. I believe that flipping vacant land, in my opinion, from my experience, is the simplest and fastest and easiest way to make money in real estate today. It's the easiest way to wholesale deals. It's the easiest way to get cash flow from deals. And when you learn this strategy, you're going to discover that there's a lot less competition for vacant land, and you're going to discover that it's a lot easier to buy your deals and to sell your deals. There's a lot less risk, and I just love it. I'm going to be talking about why. I'm going to be talking about how I got my teenage sons to help me with this vacant land business. And if you are interested, at the end of this little webinar here, I'm going to do, and it'll be about an hour and a half. I'm going to teach you a lot of cool things. And then if it's okay with you at the end, I'm going to make a little offer to you. I'm going to make you an irresistible offer that, in my humble opinion, you'll be crazy to say no to it. Okay. You'll be crazy to say no, because this is what I do. Because sometimes, listen, and I get it. I'm just kind of getting the cart before the horse a little bit here. But I just want to give you a heads up, so you're not surprised or blindsided when I make you an offer at the end. But I'm going to show you how to make money doing vacant land deals. And sometimes I understand the hesitancy and the resistance. When you are there, I'm here. I'm teaching you how to do this stuff. And I'm going to make you an offer. And you're like, oh my gosh, no, no, no. Here we go again. Here's some other guru scammer trying to pitch his wares. Okay. But here's the deal. I understand that you've bought courses in the past and they haven't delivered. They haven't fulfilled the promises that you thought you were going to get. And you were left frustrated with, like, oh my gosh, I just wasted a bunch of money and this thing doesn't work, or it doesn't work like I thought it would. This guy said it was going to be easy. I've done, and I have not done a deal yet, and I just wasted a bunch of money. I mean, how many of you, if I were to ask you and see your hands raised, would say, yeah, I've wasted money before on bad education, on bad course? Now, I'm not here to knock anybody, but here's the thing. I am going to tell you what I do. And this is, nobody else in the industry does this. I'm the only one. I checked. They think I'm crazy for doing this. Okay. I'm the only one who's done this. I will refund all your money in my program after you complete it. Somebody's raising their hand here. I'm going to lower your hand. Okay. I'm going to refund all your money after you complete the program. You don't even have to do a deal. If you just implement it and make at least 50 offers in 12 months, I will refund all your money. You don't even have to do a deal. So we're going to be talking about that in this webinar. Okay. Cool. Now I'm going to get into this, and let's get jiggy here. I'm going to try to do my best to do my slideshow. All right. Now I'm going to share my screen. I want you guys to confirm that you can see my screen. You see it up there? I'm also going to turn my webcam off. Now, how do I do that? I'm going to turn so I'm not blocking any of my slides. So please type in the chat, can you? You can see my slides, and it says, learn the exact step-by-step strategy of my two teenage sons, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, here we go. I am going to show you, and by the way, keep the chat going. I'm watching it. I can see your chat, and I'll answer any questions you guys have. I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step strategy my teenage sons used to make a lot of money flipping vacant land very part-time without having to talk to sellers. So here's my big promise. The days of flipping, rehabbing, headaches, tenants, relying on banks are in the rear view mirror. You can now have massive financial windfalls with this low barrier of entry real estate investing strategy and make money from anywhere in the world using nothing but your laptop. Spoiler alert, okay, though, it's dirt cheap, pun intended, and it's so simple that my kids are doing it. That's my family, my wife, and my 4 awesome kids on some land that we bought in St. Louis. We own a property on 3 acres. So I love dirt. I love dirt. All right. So in this training, I'm going to show you why quick flipping land is the best opportunity, in my opinion, to make a fantastic amount of cash, even with no real estate experience. I'm going to show you where to find the deals. I'm going to show you how to set everything up correctly to do these types of deals. And I'm going to show you how you can actually partner up with me if you want and become more profitable by having the ability to flip more land. So I know exactly how this stuff works. I've been doing this for years. I've been keeping these secrets very close to my chest until now. And in fact, I even taught my teenage sons how to do this for me and with me very, very part-time. So with deals like this, for deals like these, excuse me, with no complications, I never see the properties. I never deal with the sellers. I did not have anything to do in terms of rehabbing or making improvements. I just found the property. I bought it low. I sold it a little higher, and I sold it very quickly on sites like Facebook. And I have realtors that sell my deals for me. I also partner with other people sometimes. I have an acquisition manager. So literally, and I'm not saying this because I can promise that you can do this as well. I've been doing this for a long time, but I spend 1 or 2 hours a week on our land flipping business. Okay. I have somebody that does my marketing for me. I have somebody that sends the offers for me. I have a VA that does the research for me. I have somebody that handles the buyers for me, and I have realtors that sell my deals for me. And I even have people that lend me the money and fund the deals for me. I have very, very little involvement, which means I can do deals like this. And again, when I give these are just deals that I did. I am not promising or guaranteeing that you can do any of this. In fact, I'll talk about this in a minute. Most people who go through my program don't do any deals and don't make any money doing real estate. But for those that do deals, these are just an example of some of my deals that I've done. This was a deal in Wilkes County, North Carolina. We made $20,000 profit on this thing, and we don't do anything to the land. We don't do it. And these are deals that my sons did with me. There's another deal in Wilkes County, North Carolina. And I don't know if I have any more slides. I had about 2 or 3 more slides up here that I don't see them anymore. But anyway, this is another example of another deal in that same county. These are small rural counties where I made $11,224 on 5.08 acres. I bought it for cheap, and I sold it for cheap, and I keep the middle. Cool. All right. So in case we haven't been formally introduced yet, my name is Joe McCall. I'm a real estate investor, speaker, mentor, podcaster, serial entrepreneur, and this is my amazing family. And as you can see, this is one of the deals that we did. A quick flip land deal. I made $11,224. I never went to the property. It was all done through texting. I did have a 2-minute conversation with the seller, and I did everything with electronic signatures while we were in, it's really hard to tell in that picture, but we were in Vail, Colorado, when I did this deal. But enough about me. Let's focus on you. Here is who this will not work for. Okay. If you have zero work ethic, if you don't want to put in the work, if you don't have, or if you're not interested in thriving and succeeding in the business, if you want to make $1 million per year, binge watching Netflix in your underwear or playing video games in your parents' basement, if you're not 100% coachable, there are more than one exit on this aircraft. Okay. So, which means, that maybe this isn't for you. And so you can bail if you want. So I'm not making any guarantees, promises, or income claims here. Honestly, again, like I said earlier, most people don't make any money in this business. Most people quit and give up when it gets hard. And very few people do find success and make actual money. My results aren't typical. And in fact, I've taken out a lot of my testimonials on my slides here because, and I only kept that one slide of those deals that I've done, just because, I don't want you to think that everybody can do this. Not everybody can, but this is what we do. These are what my successful students do. I don't make any of these numbers up, but these results aren't typical. Okay, I just have to say that. But if you're willing to learn these simple strategies, if you know that you want to create a better life for yourself, you have an entrepreneurial spirit, and you would love to eventually fire your boss, or you need a change of pace, if you would like to carve out a niche for yourself that you can be proud of, if you want to be viewed as an investor that has achieved financial independence, if you would love to be able to make money by working from anywhere in the world with nothing but your laptop, then this, my friend, is about to get very exciting for you. So let me make a couple promises for you here before we dive in. Number one, if you stay until the end of the webinar, I'm going to send you the mind map and a book that I've created to help navigate the steps on how to do land deals. Okay. And number two, if you're so excited by the end of this presentation and you want to get started right away, but you're not entirely sure about funding, or you maybe want to partner with somebody on these deals, I'll personally work with you on these deals, because this is one of the reasons why I do this webinar. I want to do more deals, so you can work with me if you want. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do these deals on your own, but if you want to partner with me, you can. And what the heck, I'll give you a third promise here. Whether you choose to become a quick land flipping student of mine at the end of this or not, I promise you that you're going to have your eyes open to a whole new world of possibilities. And you're going to know that even if you choose not to pursue this, you will have some confidence and capabilities knowing that you could. All right. So let's dive in and let's look at some numbers here. Somebody's messaging me here. Joe, could you please explain what the course doesn't cover? I don't teach how to flip houses. I don't teach how to do subdividing and entitlements and how to do things to the property to make it more valuable. I don't teach that. I don't teach how to do Facebook ads or Google pay-per-click. I only teach one simple marketing strategy. And what if you're outside of the United States? Now, listen, I've done a lot of deals from outside of the United States. I just interviewed a friend of mine and a client who has done over 300 deals he's from Germany, but he's been living in England. So yeah, you can do these deals. In fact, if you're going to be doing deals virtually overseas, I would suggest seriously looking at land because there's so much of it, like my next slide is going to be talking about here. There are over 3,000 counties in the United States, and there are over 48 million vacant lots in the USA. And this is a little map, if you can see it and understand it here. You'll see that the purple, I mean, I don't, can you see my mouse moving or not? The pink and red up here in the upper right is all the land that is urban, rural or urban, or industrial. That's it. All the rest of this is vacant land. Now, some of it is cow pasture farmland. Some of it is national forest and parks. Some of it is, what happened to my slides? I just lost it there. It's so small, I can't even see it, guys. But yeah, so Florida is the 100 of the largest landowning families. But the point is this, there's a lot of vacant land out there, and some of the wealthiest people in the world are buying a lot of it, like Bill Gates. He's the largest private landowner. I don't know if you knew this. Largest private landowner in the world, in the United States, rather. And he owns almost 270,000 acres and in 13 different states. So whatever you think of Bill Gates, I'm not here to say, he's a good guy. Maybe he is. I just don't know. But he's got a lot of money, and guess where he's putting it? He's buying land. So there is a massive, massive opportunity here. And Warren Buffett owns a bunch of land as well. There's a lot of people buying vacant land because God's not making any more of it. So this is why the opportunity is massive. Okay. Now, if you're worried about competition, this is why I love land, because there is none. When you compare it to land, right? So for every active house investor right now out there, for every active house investor, I did this research myself. There's over 3,100 houses available, which is a lot. Okay. But for every active land investor out there, there's over 23,000 vacant lots available. There is virtually no competition for vacant land. Nobody knows about it yet. The market is not saturated and the competition is not fierce. The timing and opportunity are that of the early gold rush days. Just look at these guys crushing it. Just the other day, I posted something in my Facebook group. I get a lot of messages all the time. Not one of them ever says, oh man, I had another investor breathing down my neck and we ended up in a bidding war. There's an abundance. The other day I posted something in my Facebook group. Hey, let's hear your wins. Who's done a deal in the last 3 to 4 weeks? Who's got a contract? Let's go. And I blurred out the names, but just close. Oh, that first guy is Eric. He just posted his numbers the other day too. He's averaging $7,500, $7,400 or something per deal in the last year. I think he's made $125,000 in profits from flipping vacant land. And he's only been really focusing on it seriously for about 5 or 6 months. Again, I'm not making income claims or promises. That's just what Eric has done. And he could verify those if he had to. So yeah, I get a lot of wins. And so here's a cool thing too. I've been teaching this for a long time. And yeah, okay, sorry here. I've been teaching this a long time. I've been teaching houses, and I've only been teaching land for the last couple years or so. And I get way more testimonials from people doing vacant land deals than I ever did with houses. It's just so much easier to do deals. All right. Do you remember that story of R.U. Darby in the Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? This was a guy who caught the gold fever in the gold rush days. And after weeks of labor and looking, he and his uncle discovered a gold ore. So they began drilling. But they lost the gold ore and they continued drilling to no avail. And then they decided to quit, right? They sold their machinery to a junk man for a couple $100 and they took the train back home. Well, the junk man called in a mining engineer and they did some calculations. And the calculations showed that the vein of gold should be located just 3 feet from where the Darbys had stopped drilling. And guess what? That was where it was found. They were 3 feet from gold. Okay. And so one of the interesting things that Napoleon Hill said here, and I'm not a big Napoleon Hill fan, but he says astutely, he reasoned that the gold vein could not just simply disappear. Darby and his uncle had failed because they had no knowledge or understanding of fault lines. He succeeded by seeking expert advice and by looking at the same circumstances objectively and differently. All right, I'm saying this, I'm telling you all this because rarely is an opportunity so attainable and right now within reach as this opportunity that I'm showing you today is. In fact, there is a huge untapped gold mine out there and hardly anybody knows about it yet. And I'm talking about dirt, earth, vacant land, okay? And this is what it looks like. If I were to show you a before and after picture, it would look like there's a before picture, there's the after picture, okay? We don't do anything to these properties. We don't do entitlements. We don't do subdivisions. We don't add utilities, nada. We don't do anything to them, and we just sell it. We buy it super cheap, and we sell it cheap. So when you see land now, you can imagine dollar signs like I do. Every time you drive by a piece of vacant raw land, you know that it has the potential to generate income for you and your family. And so look at how many vacant lots that have been bought and sold in the last 90 days. I'll show you this. There's over 3,000 counties in the US. There's over 48 million vacant lots. And I just the other day went in and I did a search for, all right, in North Carolina, how many vacant lots have sold in the last 90 days? 6,046. In Georgia, 2,455. In California, 3,324. In New York, not as much vacant land, 675. In Tennessee, 2,700. And check this out. In Florida, over 13,000 vacant lots have sold in the last 90 days. There is a lot of activity and demand out there, and very few investors are doing anything about it, right? So if you're interested in learning how to tap this gold mine of vacant land deals, you're in the right place. I've really simplified this business down. All right. So let's talk about where do we find these deals? One of the places that we find them is on Zillow. And if we were to look in Zillow, all right, it's kind of hard to see in that screen there, but what I did is I looked in Florida, and I believe that's North Carolina. Yeah, that's North Carolina. And all I'm doing is I just follow the money. Write this down. You follow the money. And when you're looking at Zillow, you're looking for the pockets where there's a lot of activity. And if you look, you can see these little clusters of yellow dots. And I'm just looking, okay, in the last 90 days, where is most of the property been sold in the last 90 days? And then, you know what? I just go there into those counties because I know there's high demand for vacant land there. And it changes all the time. These aren't going to be the same hottest markets in 6 months or 12 months from now. But here's the thing. I just follow the money. I don't care where they're flipping vacant land. And some of you are like, well, Joe, you're sharing all your secrets. You're telling everybody now where all the deals are. And so there's going to be way too much competition. No. Listen, I could go into any one of those arrows, into those counties where those arrows are, and I could pull a list of tens of thousands of vacant landowners. So if everybody watching me right now did that, there would still be more than enough for all of us. And we're only looking at 2 states right here. Okay. Now, there are some amazing filters and heat maps that I can show you how to use where you can see the states that have the most land available. We can drill it down by county so we're not wasting time with areas that we don't need to waste time on. For example, if you look at this one county, this is Brunswick County, North Carolina, I believe. There are 797 vacant lots that have sold in the last 90 days. In one county, in the last 3 months, 797 have sold there, okay? And this other county, Lee County, Florida, there's been 2,854 vacant lots sold in the last 90 days. Somebody's making a lot of money selling vacant land. And who are they selling them to? Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, but they're selling them to mostly investors. And there's a lot of investors with a lot of money right now looking for vacant land. Now, We have a complete marketing campaign where it's really simple. We send simple postcards and letters like what you see there to the owners, letting them know that, hey, we're interested in purchasing your property. These postcards are like 52 cents. I think after the list, it's when you get the list of names and all that, it's like 60 cents. Okay. Now, this is all we do. We find those hot pockets, those hot markets, and those counties where there's a lot of land activity, where these arrows are, right? We go into those counties like Lee County or Brunswick County, and we pull a list of people who own land there. And this is the criteria we look for. We look for somebody who's owned land in those counties for over 10 years. And by the way, at the end of this, I'm going to just give you these leads for free if you're a student, okay? If you invest in the program, I'm going to give you these leads for free. And we'll do your marketing for you. Oh my gosh, I'm getting way ahead of myself. All right. But you pull a list of people who own land. Oh, they've loaned land in those counties over 10 years, and they live outside of the county. They don't live in that county. That's it. We pull that list. We send them these cheap, ugly postcards, and we send all of them to a voicemail. The postcard or the letter says, hey, please text or call this voicemail, and we'll send you an offer. This is how we do deals without ever talking to sellers, okay? So if you ask me about one of the things that I hate the most about dealing with house flipping deals, flipping houses, it would be negotiating prices with sellers over the phone, right? I'm not interested. No, thanks. I don't ever want to do that again. So with this simple system we've installed with vacant land, we don't talk to sellers. In the letter, like I said, we have a phone number in there where they call back or text. It goes to an automated voicemail. They leave us a message if they're interested. We check the voicemail a couple times per week, and we respond to the messages from the landowners that want to sell by sending them a letter and making them an offer. And this is what it looks like. It's a cover letter and a one-page contract. That's it. We still haven't talked to them yet. We just send them an offer. And now on average, now these are my numbers. I have students that are doing better than this. On average, we're getting about one deal out of every 25 to 30 offers that we send out accepted. So when we send out 25 to 30 contracts, we'll get on average one accepted. Now, obviously, again, I can't promise these numbers that will work for everyone. So, and how do I send the offers? Well, it's real simple, but usually it's around 35 to 45 cents on the dollar. The most I will ever offer on a property is 50 cents on the dollar. And we're buying these vacant lots for, 5, 10 grand, and we're selling them for 15 to 20 grand. Okay. Now, you may be thinking, cool, Joe, this sounds easy, but why would anybody ever sell their property at a big discount? Great question. You know what? It's kind of like, this is vacant land, and they've never lived there. They've been there just a few times, maybe in the last 10 years. Maybe their dad bought it and he's passed away. Their grandpa bought it and they just are done with it. They haven't been there in a long time. They just want the cash. And it's the same reason why. So there's no deep emotional attachment to that vacant land like they would have with a house. So we're buying these things at 35, 45 cents on the dollar. And it's why on earth would they sell it for so cheap? They can just list it on the MLS. Well, some of them do, but they sit on the market forever. On average, vacant land sits on the market for 5 or 6 months. We can come in and close on it quickly. And it's the same reason why somebody would sell a, what do you call it? A treadmill at a garage sale for $25, right? They paid $2,500 for it, and they used it 3 times in the last year, in the last 2 years. And every time they walk by it, it reminds them of how fat they are. And their wife is mad at them for ever buying it in the first place without asking her. All it does now is collect laundry and dust. And they're like, get rid of this thing. I don't care. They might sell it for $250, $25, $2. Just get it out of here. It's the same thing with vacant land. They just don't want it anymore. That's why they can sell it at such a big discount. The other question I get is this something I can do part-time? Yeah, definitely. I did it very, very part-time with my 2 boys. I only spend an hour or 2 a week in the business. Now that's just me. I can't, I'm trying to be real careful not to promise too much here and tell you, oh yeah, but like I've been doing this a long time and I have systems and people in place and I do a lot of marketing. But this is a great thing because you don't have to talk to sellers. You don't have to answer the phones. You don't have to return sellers' calls. You can send a postcard at 2 a.m. in the morning, right? And you're not going to bother anybody. And then When the voicemail comes in, you can listen to the voicemail at 2 a.m. in the morning if you wanted. I'm not saying you should, but then you can do a little quick research on Redfin or Zillow, come up with an offer, send it to them. You get 1 out of 25 or 30, whatever, accepted. So you can do this part-time. Okay. And then if they accept your offer, you can hire realtors to sell it for you. Or guess what, guys? You can bring me your deals and we'll partner on them. Or I'll buy them from you. I'll pay you $5,000 for them. I'll partner with you on them. We'll split the deal, or I'll refer somebody else to you. We have a lot of students doing deals together with each other in my group. So anyway, you can do it very part-time. Can you really buy properties in other states? 100%. We've done deals in about 8 different states, and we've never gone to see any of our properties. How do we fund the deals? Well, many times we don't. We just do an assignment. Occasionally we'll fund the deal, but we use what's called OPM. We use other people's money. Some of these deals, we're buying them for so cheap. We're buying them for $5,000, selling them for 20 or whatever. So we use, sometimes you could use a credit card to buy these deals and sell them a month or two later. I'm not saying that you should, but you can. And then some of you guys are saying, well, I just wish I could work with you and ask you some questions. We're going to talk about that in a minute because you got more questions, I know, and we'll be answering them here in the Zoom chat. So these are all great questions. And I kind of already answered that. They just don't want to wait to sell it. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So why would anybody accept? Boom, here you go. This was an example of a deal that I did where the guy just needed the money for his daughter's wedding, and he didn't want the hassle. Like the detail. I bought it for $3,500. He bought it for $6,000 6 years prior. Okay, I remember this now. So he called and said, "Hey, I got your contract here." And we were texting back and forth. And then I did call him, and we only talked for a couple of minutes. But he said, "Listen, I'll take your offer for $3,500, but I can't wait 90 days to close. I only want to close in 30 days." I said, "Okay, well, tell me why." He said, "Well, my daughter's getting married. I just need the money for her wedding." I said, "Oh, okay, great. Congratulations." And he said, "Yeah, thanks." I said, "Well, why did you buy the property in the first place?" And he said, "We just bought it because we thought we would go ride our four-wheelers on it." This was a little 2-acre lot, I think, in north central Florida. And it was part wetland. Well, it was a wetland, a couple months out of the year. So you're not going to build a house on it, but it's a recreational land. And I said, "Oh, so you paid $6,000. I asked, "How much did you pay for it?" My offer was for $3,500. He paid $6,000 for it 6 years earlier. And I felt a little bad. I said, "Oh, man, you should just list it with a realtor. You can probably get a lot more for it. I'm just an investor. I buy discounts." He said, "Well, no, we just want to close and get it done and over with. I need the cash." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, all right." So I agreed to close in 30 days. We bought it for $3,500 after my closing costs or whatever. We were probably all in for about $4,500. We sold it on owner financing for $13,000. And we're getting about $230 a month on this property. How much money did I put into this deal? About $4,500. And I'm getting about $230 in cash flow from that deal. You want to run the numbers a little bit? That is way better than any cash flow you could get from a vacant house, from a house rental property, right? Way better. So my kids, my teenage boys, use these same strategies part-time. And then they make really good money. Are they doing vacant land with me now? No. They're going to college. They're involved with activities and a bunch of stuff with church. So this just kind of off and on with them. When they want a bunch of extra money, they're like, "Joe, can we help you with land again?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, let's go do it." But let me give you a simple little warning here. You'll probably want to quit your job sometime soon when you learn this. Okay. We don't ever have to go out and look at the properties. I have students and friends who are doing these deals from all over the world. I just interviewed a guy, like I said, from Germany that's doing deals all over the world. You can start small. You can buy these deals on a credit card if you want, or we can even work with you on deals and fund them for you. And the good news is I'm going to tell you exactly how you can work with me in a little bit here. So to recap, how do you do these deals? Well, you find the hot markets on Zillow. You send out cheap little ugly postcards to landowners, people who have owned the land for over 10 years. They live outside the county. The postcard sends them to either text or leave a voicemail. We check the voicemail a few times a week. We send them an offer for maybe 35, 45 cents on the dollar. We only speak to the seller if they're interested in our lowball offer, and maybe 1 out of 30 accept our offer. And sometimes we're doing 1 out of 15, 1 out of 20. But yeah, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. And then once we get it under contract, we advertise the properties in free places like Craigslist or Facebook. And sometimes we hire realtors and they just do all the work for us. And here's the cool thing about working with realtors. We only pay them if they bring us a buyer. We only pay them if they sell the deal. So you don't need a big expensive setup to do all of this. We don't use earnest money. You can if you want. We don't use proof of funds. You can if you want. We give ourselves 3 months to close. So you just need a guide like me or somebody who's done deals before. You need some cheap software. You need a list of sellers. You need to send some cheap postcards. You need to listen to some voicemails and just send offers. This business is very low overhead, can be run part-time from anywhere in the world. You don't have to take on any debt. Can I hear a lot of hallelujah? Right? I'm trying to pay off my house, get rid of all my debt. Good debt, bad debt. I don't care. I just don't want any of it. All right. So that's my goal. I don't want to get into a ton of debt and have these huge mortgage payments that I have to pay on vacant rental properties. I want the cash flow. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. All right. I want to get cash flow without a ton of debt. So this land strategy will allow you to spend more time with your family and show up more powerfully for the people that you love. You can travel, build some security in your life. Okay. So here's an example of a deal breakdown. Let's say a property, this is a typical deal that we do. All right. Let's say a property is worth 25 grand. You're going to buy it for about 7,500. Again, we make our offers low, usually 30, 40 cents on the dollar. So let's say we make an offer to buy it for 7,500. We're going to turn around and sell it with owner financing at about 105% of what it's worth, about 26,000. And we're going to sell it with cash at a discount at 21,250. So when we sell our deals, when it's owner financing, we want the cash flow. We're going to bump it up a little bit. When we're selling it for cash, we want fast cash and not cash flow. We're going to discount it a little bit. Okay. So we're going to pay on average a closing cost $1,500. Our total cost to purchase is about $9 grand. So if we wholesale this, we're going to make about 12 grand on this deal. And if we sell it with seller financing, we're going to make a lot more than that. I think I have a slide here that talks about the numbers on that. Okay. So just keep this in mind. With vacant land, you can get piles of cash or streams of cash. So what you could do is the first deal of every month that you do, you just wholesale it and flip it quick and make quick, fast cash. And then the rest of the deals that you might do that month, you sell for cash flow for a couple $100, $300, $400 a month. And pretty soon you just keep on building that cash flow up. And, you could be making enough money from the passive income of this business to quit your job. And you don't have to worry about vacancies, maintenance, repairs, property management, dealing with tenant headaches and nightmares. Okay. Sometimes we do seller financing. Sometimes we flip for quick cash. On average, we looked at our numbers the other day. In the last 12 months, our average profit has been about $10,800. Those are just our numbers that I could verify if I had to. But that's kind of what we did. Now, sometimes we do seller financing. So on average, we get maybe $300 a month on seller financing on our vacant land deals. Once you start doing deals, guys, you're going to see that there's so much flexibility that the only person in charge is you. You can start with one deal and then invest the profit into another deal, then another one, maybe a little bigger one. And you can just repeat this process over and over and over and over again. So this can really take off fast, unlike a lot of other real estate investing strategies. So there's a very low barrier of entry, and you can do this no matter what your experience level is, okay? Now, you might say, Joe, is it really that easy to do these deals? And I'm going to tell you, no, it's not. There are 6 giant roadblocks to doing vacant land deals, or these are like barriers of entry, if you will, okay? Number 1, selecting the right counties. You got to make sure you're in the right counties where the demand is. If you don't, you're going to screw it all up. And it's going to be very, very hard to sell your deals. It's going to be hard to find realtors. It's going to get hard to find comps. The other big roadblock is setting up the tech stuff, right? We're sending out postcards using software. We're setting up voicemails and virtual phone numbers using software. We're pulling lists. We're managing, there's a lot of stuff. There's tech involved. There's some websites and stuff like that. You got to make sure you set that up right. The other thing that can be a big, huge obstacle for somebody is getting the money to buy the deals. On this deal that I talked about here, we're buying it for $7,500. Now, guess what? We own it free and clear with $7,500. When you compare that to a $200,000 house, you're going to need to put 20% down on that. That's $40,000. $40,000 to get a house that you owe, I don't remember my numbers, $160,000 debt on. We're buying these properties free and clear with $7,500 at about 30 to 35 cents on the dollar. So you can use, if you don't have that money, you can borrow private money to buy those deals. Okay. So back to my slide. One of the big giant roadblocks, number 3, is you could lose on good deals if you don't have that $7,500 to buy the deals. Now you could go cheaper. You could buy deals for $500, $1,000 if you want. But I prefer like the ones that are a little bigger. They just make more money on them. Okay. You also have to know how to pull the right seller lists, send the right letters. How do you know if you have a good deal or not? Because I've never lost money on a deal. And one of the reasons why is I give myself 3 months to close. I give myself 3 months for due diligence and research. And if I figure out, okay, well, you know what? This isn't actually a good deal. Nobody's calling me on it. I can go back to the seller and cancel or renegotiate my contract. Okay. But you need to know whether you have a good deal or not. You do not want to buy a deal that you're not going to be able to sell. And with my program, my system, I'm going to protect you from that. Okay. The other big roadblock is not having a mentor that's there to answer your questions. Now, hang on with me here because I'm going to bust through all these roadblocks in a little bit here, and I'm going to show you how you can use them as a stepping stone to get to where you want to go. Now, I'm going to show you here how you can partner with me and maybe even become more profitable having the ability to flip even more land because I want to do more deals with you. This is one of the big reasons why I'm doing this webinar. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to work with me one-on-one. Let's flip some land together. Just learn how to do it. Then you figure it out and you can now do it on your own after you do a few deals with me if you want. In fact, I'm going to help you set everything up. And this is unlike anything you've ever heard or seen before. So I don't know what your confidence level might be right now when it comes to doing land deals on your own, right? You've seen some YouTube videos. You've seen some emails of mine. You heard me talk a little bit about it here. Well, what would your confidence level be if I walked you through the entire process step by step and system by system? What would your confidence level be if I just held your hand and coached you through the entire land flipping process? Would that increase your confidence level, 90 to 100% range? And what if we could shorten your learning curve down to just a few weeks? It took me a year or 2 years to learn all this stuff. Well, what if I could teach you in just a few weeks how to do this yourself? So here's how we're going to do that, all right? We're going to start this process called Simple Land Flips from start to finish together. And if you're excited, if you're interested to be part of this gold rush opportunity, I'm going to give you a land flipping business in a box, and I'm going to personally coach you through the entire process, okay? Every week, I'm going to be teaching you how to find and flip vacant land using nothing but your laptop. And we're going to be doing live coaching calls on Thursdays to answer all your questions after you implement what you learn, okay? And if you complete the class, drum roll, please, I will refund your entire investment. I will. And I'm going to show you proof of that in just a minute here. So there's 2 ways you can learn. By the way, if I just, go ahead and type it in the chat if there is a chat where you are watching this right now. If I could give you this course for free, if this course was free, would you want it? Type in the chat. Go ahead. Would you want it if it was free? All right, here we go. It's lighting up. All right, well, it will be. It will be. Okay, let's go on here. Boom. There's 2 ways to learn anything in life. The school of hard knocks, and that way kind of stinks, or from the experience of others, where you don't have to be the pioneer getting all the arrows in your back, because I already did that for you. So even if you've never done a real estate deal before, and all you know about real estate is what you've seen on the TV flipping shows, even if all you've ever tried to do is online marketing, financial trading, maybe e-com, Amazon, book publishing, affiliate marketing, you've done some agency work, you've done crypto. Is anybody investing in crypto anymore? You've done foreign exchange or precious metals or whatever, right? Whether you're a beginner or you're an experienced investor and you're looking for deals with a lot less competition, if you're interested in learning a new strategy for doing deals without talking to sellers, if you're looking for nice, consistent, passive cash flow without any of the landlord headaches, well, this program is specifically for you. Now, this is how it's going to work. I've created a simple 6-module implementation program. So that by the time we're done, you're going to have a complete land flipping business set up with you, for you. In other words, I'm going to personally help you, hold you by the hand step by step, and set up your own land investing business from scratch. I'm going to be releasing these modules every week. I'm going to be walking you through all the steps for doing vacant land flips. And I'm going to be helping you set up your entire virtual land business click by click. And together, we're going to start at the very beginning. We're going to go through the entire process. It's a very simple 6-week process. Week 1, you get the fast start guide. I'm going to show you a big overview, how to do land deals from beginning to end. Then we're going to talk about picking the right markets. I'm going to show you how to set up your systems and do all the marketing. I'm going to show you how to make simple offers. I have a software that I'm going to give you that just annualizes the deals for you. You're going to learn how to do due diligence on these vacant land deals, so you're not stuck with something that you regret buying later. And I'm going to show you how to sell all the deals and really, really scale this thing so you're not doing any work if you don't want. Now, some of you, oops, wrong way. Here we go. Some of you are worried about monthly expenses. Now, don't be. There is some marketing that you need to do, but I'm going to show you the free marketing that you can do and the cheap marketing and the premium paid marketing. So if you don't want to do direct mail, there are other things you can do instead. So I'm going to show you the fast way and the slow way to get started. You may have time and money, or you may have time or money, but that's okay. If you don't have much money to invest in direct mail or the software that I'm going to show you, but you have some time, I'm going to show you how you can get started even with a low budget. All right. So people always ask me, well, how much is FreedomSoft, the software that I use and recommend? How much direct mail do I have to do every week? It's up to you. It's up to your budget. I recommend getting FreedomSoft. It's my custom signature edition of FreedomSoft. It does, ton of this work for you. It keeps you organized and everything. But you may not have the $197 a month for that. That's fine. I actually am going to show you a free CRM I have called First Deal CRM. And it's a very simple, basic CRM to get you get going and get your first deal under your belt. And I'm also going to show you in the program the free marketing strategies that you can use. All right. So I got you covered. By now, I'm sure it's abundantly clear that joining Simple Land Flips will be one of the best decisions you've made. So whatever level or place in life you're at right now, you're ready to move on up from there and leave behind where you've been. If you're ready to start doing deals and making some money, here's how to get started. By the time you completed the class, you should have a fully functional land flipping business making you money without the overwhelm. And you should be getting tons of motivated seller leads, making simple, fast offers, and have honestly most of your business outsourced and automated. Or you can guys just bring me your deals and I'll buy them from you if you want. Now, how much does your course cost, Joe? Great question. The retail value of this class and what I sell it on my website. If you go there right now and look at it, if you want, don't go right now, but I sell my class, Simple Land Flips, on my website for $4,997. Now, if that sounds expensive, it is, but keep this in mind. The way you're doing deals now, where you're wasting a ton of money on marketing that's not working anymore in competitive markets where there's a ton of people competing for these few deals out there, you're losing a lot of money. And then there's this. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance, according to Albert Einstein, okay? But if you just did one deal a month, one vacant land deal a month, you would not only cover the cost of the investment in my program, but you would have the skill now that would allow you to profit whenever and wherever you want to. And you don't even have to use your own money for these deals. So even at $5,000, if you just did one deal, it would pay for itself. And if you wanted one-on-one coaching from me and get me to personally teach you this stuff, I wouldn't charge you a penny less than $25,000. So is $4,997 worth it? Well, yeah, of course it is. You should be able to do one land deal a month, but if all you did was one in a year, it would cover the investment in the entire system. But the fact that you're here, you're still watching this means that you're actually serious about the success of your business. So here's what I'm going to do. One of the biggest thrills in my life is getting emails, testimonials, Facebook posts from students like y'all who have gone through my courses and have used them to change your lives. So if you're willing to invest in yourself today, I'm willing to invest in you. I'm going to take $3,500 out of my pocket, and I'm going to invest that into you and your future success with Simple Land Flips. So right now, during this webinar, for the next few minutes, depending on where you're watching this, you're going to see a countdown timer and the page that I give it to you in a minute. I'm going to give you a $3,500 discount, and I'm going to reduce the price from $49.97 to just $14.97, or 3 payments of $4.99. And don't forget, I'm going to tell you, how you can get this course for free. But to put that into perspective, you just saw me demonstrate earlier how we made $11,000 on one simple deal on a vacant lot in the middle of nowhere by texts and emails while I was on vacation in Colorado with my family. Or, now I've never been to Australia, but you could do this in Australia if you wanted. And you saw me how I could teach my 2 teenage sons to profit by doing this very, very part-time. So I don't know, would you invest $14.97 to acquire this ability and do the same thing? I hope so. Now, with that being said, there is one small catch. This $3,500 guaranteed is only guaranteed for the next few hours on the button that I'm going to show you below, or the URL I'm going to give you in a minute. Why this deadline? Well, because decisiveness is a trait shared by all successful entrepreneurs. And simply put, you can't build a business while sitting on a fence. So I want to help you get off the fence. I'm going to help you to decide right now to change your future forever. So in addition to the $3,500 discount, which by the way, I used to sell this course. I sell it on my website for $49.97. I used to sell it on other webinars for $24.97. Now I'm selling it for $14.97. I just want to make this more affordable to more people. So in addition to the $3,500 discount, I want to make this a completely safe decision for you without any risk whatsoever. I'm also going to give you now a two-part unprecedented guarantee that's unheard of in the industry. Number one, follow along for 30 days. If it's not a fit for you for any reason, just let my support team know. Send an email to support@joemccall.com. We'll get on the phone. We'll figure out if we can actually help you or not. And if we can't, we'll promptly give you a 100% refund, 30 days. Okay. But here's where things get really, really interesting. My goal, believe it or not, is not to sell you a training program. And I'm going to prove that to you right now. Yep. I want to do more land deals. Really, but my ultimate goal is to turn you into a successful real estate investor who can make a ton of money doing more deals. My ultimate goal is to help you increase your cash flow and decrease your overwhelm and to create an incredible new source of income and purpose in your life. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to offer you a completion challenge. I love doing this. Nobody else does this in the industry, and you'll find out why I'm doing it here in just a minute. If you follow along with the program, and you set up the marketing and the systems that you're going to need for your simple land flipping business, just like I'm going to show you how to do click by click. If you just go through the program, if you just implement it, once your land business is complete and set up, and you've made at least 50 offers at any time over the next 12 months from when you start. So you may be like, okay, I can't start until next month or whatever. That's fine. 12 months from when you start, I want you to make at least 50 written offers. And I don't care if they all get rejected. I don't care if you make them all for $1. I don't care. I want you to go through the program, and I'm going to explain why I'm doing this. I want you to go through the program, make 50 offers at any time over the next 12 months. That's about one offer a week. Okay. Let my team know, show us what you've done, and I will send you a check for the entire cost of my program. In other words, guys, I'm going to pay you to finish the program and change your life. But you got less than an hour to take me up on this offer. There's literally no way you can lose here, and I've taken away all the risk. But you only have a few minutes to take me up on this offer because it really is insane. And if you're wondering, oh, Joe, why are you doing this? Why and why am I going to pay you to learn this stuff? Well, this is something that no one can take away from you. Okay. I want you to be able to work from anywhere in the world, no matter what is happening in the world around us. It's because I want to do more deals. And selling this program is one of the ways that I do deals. Students bring me deals. I partner with them on deals. And if someone wants a refund, that's fine. They'll just give me their leads, and I'll turn those leads into deals myself. And I want to reward people who take action. And I know that if you finish this class, you'll probably be doing deals, and I'll have made such a massive impact on your life that you'll be a raving fan and a customer of mine in the future. So from my point of view, it's an investment in you guys, my most valuable asset, my customers. So you might buy something else that I sell. You might sign up for coaching. You might sign up for more done for you consulting services. I don't know, whatever, right? And you'll be recommending me to other people. So everybody wins. Number one, I want to reward people who take action. Number two, some of you are going to be bringing me deals. So now you know there's literally no way you can lose here. You have my full 30-day money-back guarantee to go through the entire program risk-free. And then if you do go through it, you complete the class, make at least 50 written land offers, even if none of them get accepted, by following the steps in my program. I'm going to send you 100% of your money back. This is the absolute biggest no-brainer ever created in the history of real estate. So here's what you've got to do to complete the course completion challenge. It's simple. Go through the modules, set up your systems, report on your numbers every week, show us that you've made at least 50 written offers in 12 months from whenever you decide to start, and give me a video testimonial. But some of you, you don't believe me, do you? Well, to date, I have given over $532,000 in course completion challenge refunds. My goal is to give $1 million. My philosophy is really simple. If I can't make you money, then I don't deserve yours. But don't make this decision today. Just try it out. Worst case, put it on a credit card, make that decision in 30 days. You either complete the class, you get your money back. Even if you don't do a deal, just make 50 offers. That's it. Go through the class. If you don't like it, let us know. Also, you can let PayPal pay for it. If you go to this link I'm going to give you in a minute, there should be a PayPal button there somewhere. If there's not, contact my support team. We'll help you with that. Test it out for 6 months, and then let me pay your PayPal bill after you complete the course. Okay. And sometimes if you qualify, depending on what PayPal has going on, you can get 6 months, no interest or very low interest, small payments. So on the checkout page, hopefully it's there. We'll see here. Click the PayPal button. Now, if you go to joemccall.com/SLF, joemccall.com/SLF, that stands for Simple Land Flips. I'll show you what to do here. Now, remember the 6 roadblocks. By the way, Ibrahim has a question. So the course is $14.97 plus $199 a month to use your software? No, that's not it. You don't have to use Freedom software. It is $197 a month, but you don't have to use it. I have other software that you can use that's free. Now it doesn't do as much, but you don't have to use my software. No. In fact, one of my bonuses, Ibrahim, that I've never offered before in one of these webinars, is going to be yours for free. I'm not going to charge you anything extra for it. Okay, remember the 6 roadblocks: picking the right counties, setting up all your tech, getting the money to buy the deals, pulling the right lists, sending the right marketing. How do you know if you have a good deal or not? Not having a right mentor. Well, selecting the right markets. For everybody who signs up after watching this within the next hour or so, you get to schedule a one-on-one call with me. I'll answer all your questions, review the counties that you've picked, and I'll make sure that you're ready to go. Well, this is only guaranteed for the next hour. So the way that works is after you go through the program, contact my support team. You can schedule a one-on-one call with me, and I'll answer all your questions personally. Me, I don't outsource my coaching to anybody else. You get me, and I will review your counties and answer any questions that you have. All right. Bonus number 2, getting all this tech stuff, right? We'll set up everything for you if you want. If you want to use FreedomSoft, we'll set it all up for you, but you don't have to. This is the main tool that we use, but there are other tools out there that we'll help you with as well. You get 12 months of tech support from my team of VAs. And remember, again, you don't have to use FreedomSoft if you don't want to. And this is the custom signature edition of FreedomSoft that I've set up. So you get all of my contracts and templates and checklists and things like that. FreedomSoft, again, is $197 a month, but you don't have to use it if you want. The third roadblock is access to funding. Well, we've got funding partners and companies that we work with that will fund all your deals, the right ones. They have to be good deals. Sometimes I lend money on deals. We have students in our Facebook group that fund deals, and I may even pay you $5,000 for your deals if you want to sell them to me. I got a bunch of money sitting right now in my self-directed IRA, and I want to buy some more land with it. So if you bring me a good deal, I'll buy it from you and pay you at a profit on top of that. The fourth roadblock is pulling seller lists and sending the letter. So why don't we just do it for you? We'll do your direct mail for you. We'll either do it for you inside of FreedomSoft, or we have two different mailing companies that we'll plug you into that will do your mail for you. And they'll save you a bunch of money. They'll save you a bunch of time. The fifth big roadblock is, how do I know if I have a good deal or not? We're going to give you, my team will give you 10 free comp reports and due diligence reports every month. So every month you get 10 free reports. These reports cost us about $5 to $10 every time we do it. You get them for free. You just message my support team, give us some details. These reports will include active comps, sold comps, owners information, county zoning information, suggested offer, et cetera, et cetera. Also, I do weekly office hour deal review calls. So we'll review your deals on the coaching calls. Number 6, your big roadblock is not having the right mentor. I personally do weekly group coaching calls. If you miss a call, you can submit your questions in advance. They're all recorded. We have a private Facebook group mastermind where you can network and partner with me on deals or other students on. We give you 10 months of email support for technical issues. And don't forget, everybody on this webinar gets to schedule a one-on-one call with me if you sign up before the deadline. So here's a quick recap of the bonuses. We're going to do a complete done for you marketing and system setup. We're going to do one-on-one call with me after you go through the program. We're going to do weekly group coaching calls. I do extra office hour deal reviews. We have a private Facebook group. You get access to unlimited funding for your deals. I'll also pay you $5,000 for your deals if you want to sell one of them to me. You don't have to, but if you want to. And I do a business completion challenge. You get all your money back. If you, within 12 months, you can make 50 offers. Again, go to joemccall.com/SLF. Now, brand new slide here, new bonuses. I started a new program called Inner Circle, and you're going to get 60 days of it for free. And then it's $97 a month if you want to continue, but you don't have to if you don't want. But you're going to get it for 2 months for free. And this is where we do our weekly group calls. You're going to get my new CRM. It's called First Deal CRM. And this is a really, really good CRM for your first deal. Eventually, once you do a deal, I'm going to really strongly suggest you do FreedomSoft, and we'll help you set all of that up. But FreedomSoft is $197 a month, and sometimes for some people, that's just too much to chew. And I get it. So that's why I created this free CRM that's going to be included if you're an Inner Circle member. So you get it free for 60 days. If you want to continue after 60 days, it's $97 a month, and you can keep the software. But here's where I'm going to blow you away. I'm also going to give you, as long as you're a member of my Inner Circle, 5,000 free buyer and seller leads a month. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to fill out some information of what counties you want, and we will go pull for you either 5,000 buyer or 5,000 seller leads every month and give them to you. All right. The other thing we're going to do for you is if you need transactional funding, this is 1-day transactional funding where you got a deal, you have to buy it, you have to close on it so you can turn around and sell it to another buyer. We're going to give you free $0, 100% free $0 transactional funding. So there's no fees for that. You also get to partner with me on deals. Like I said, you're going to get access to my private lenders. If you have a good deal and I don't want to buy it or partner with you on it, but it's still a good deal, I will send it out to my private investors who will lend you the money on their deals. We also do monthly execution plans where we release new trainings every month. And you get some weekly accountability scorecard coaching with my assistant who's been with me for over 10 years, Dana. Okay? So these are brand new bonuses we're just including now, which I'm super excited about. Weekly coaching calls, an online community. You get my brand new, it's coming out in a week or two. It's called the First Deal CRM. It's free. If you're in Inner Circle, we're going to give you 5,000 free buyer and seller leads every month. You get 100% free transactional funding. You get to partner with me on deals, access to my private lenders, monthly execution plans, and weekly accountability scorecard coaching. Okay, let's do it, Ibrahim. joemccall.com/SLF. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. This is what you get again. I'm just going to review this and I'm going to answer all your questions. You get the Simple Land Flips class, 6 modules. I'm going to give you 70% off. I sell it on my website right now for $49.97. I'm going to give you a 6-month business completion challenge. Actually, it's 12 months. I need to update my slides. It's 12 months to make 50 offers. I'll give you 100% of your investment back. joemccall.com/SLF. There you go. I need to update that slide. Here it is. I don't know where I missed that. This 12 months, 50 offers, get 100% of your investment back. JoeMcCall.com/SLF, 1497 or three payments of 499. And if you're ready to go, let's do this. These are the bonuses you're going to get. We're going to do your done for you marketing. We're going to pull your list for you. We're going to give you 5,000 leads too as well. We're going to send letters for you. We're going to give you done for you system setup and support. If you want to do Freedom Soft, we'll set that up for you. If you're not, that's fine. You don't have to. We're going to do private weekly group coaching calls, one-on-one coaching call with me after you go through the program. We're going to give you an online network and a community where you can partner with each other on deals, get questions answered, whatever. We're going to give you 10 free a month comp reports and due diligence reports, practically unlimited funding for your good deals, and free transactional lending for your one-day funding deals. You get to partner with us. I already said that. And we're going to give you 5,000 free buyer and seller leads. And you get free access to my brand new first deal CRM. $14.97 or three payments of $4.99. You have 12 months to go through the program and complete the program and make 50 offers. That's about one a week. If you make 2 offers a week, which is very easy to do, and I'm going to show you how you can make an offer in like 15 minutes. Even if they all get rejected, I'll give you all your money back. Okay? JoeMcCall.com/SLF. And let's see if we have any questions here. Go ahead and feel free to type them in. Somebody was asking if they get the software at the deals with Joe level. And the answer is no. But I don't see that question anymore. It went away. Okay. Any other questions? Go ahead and type in your question, Edwin. Rebecca's asking, you mentioned the trainings are released every week. Do we have access to the trainings earlier if we are ready for it? No, Rebecca, I do this intentionally because I don't want people overwhelmed. And really, by the end of the first or second module, you should be ready to start making offers. Okay. I've already been answering these questions kind of as we go through. Awesome, Rebecca. I'm looking forward to working with you. All right, Edwin, that's fine. If now's not a good time, maybe soon. I get it. That's cool. When are the 3 payments charged? $4.99 now, day 30, $4.99, day 60, $4.99. That's how the 3 payments work. Okay. Ibrahim, you're in the UK. Thanks for staying up so late. Appreciate it. I'm not sure how I will be running it from the UK. Ibrahim, I'm telling you, I have clients that are living in the UK doing vacant land in the United States. I just met a lady in one of these workshops that I did who does vacant land deals from Australia. I've personally done deals in the United States from 4 different countries: France, Czech Republic, Germany, and Italy, I think is what it was. I have 4 kids. My wife and I took our 4 kids twice for 3 months at a time out of the country to Europe. Did deals from there. Here's the thing, Ibrahim. Listen, um, you can do this marketing from anywhere. Okay, you don't have to talk to sellers. You can send the offers. If I would recommend using FreedomSoft because you can do all your direct mail from inside of FreedomSoft if you want. And then you can set up a virtual mailbox in the United States that collects all your mail and they scan it and just send you images of it. And then you can, when you get a good deal under contract, what I'd recommend you do, at least for your first few deals, Ibrahim, is partner with other people like me on your deals. Now you can partner with me. I'll buy your deals and or I'm going to show you other investors that you can partner with on deals. Okay, Jason's got a good question asking about, hey, once we get a deal under contract, how do we advertise it on the MLS? Well, you don't have to. You can if you want. Well, in our contract, the seller gives us written permission to list their property on the MLS. Sometimes we have an extra one-page document called I forget. It's called a power of attorney. But there's another name I give it, and my mind is blank right now. But that gives us the authorization or permission to list it on the MLS. But other times we'll just go ahead and buy it. All right. How do we get the phone numbers to have the sellers use? If you're using FreedomSoft, you get phone numbers in FreedomSoft. Otherwise, you can use your cell phone. You can use Google Voice. We use a website called Vumber. There's a lot of other virtual services that give you virtual phone numbers. And I talk about all that in the course. Now, Ibrahim, your questions about how do we pay taxes or how do we buy these properties legally, et cetera, et cetera. I'm the wrong guy to ask about taxes. You need a bookkeeper, and how you're paying taxes while you're in another country is different, right? But how do you buy them legally? People from outside of the U.S. buy real estate all the time in the U.S. In fact, when I'm downloading my lists of vacant landowners, I have to exclude people who live outside of the country because I can't send them mail. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but it's a pain in the butt. So like a lot of people do it all the time, buy vacant land in the United States that don't live here. The title company will help with that, but also you don't have to buy it. All right. You can partner with guys like me. You can partner with other land investors. There's a lot of companies I give you in the course where you could partner with them on the land deals. And they do all the work of selling it, and then they split the profits with you 50-50. In fact, one of the companies that I recommend to my students, he does this all from Europe. His name is Robin. He does all of these deals from Europe, and he splits the profits with the investors 50-50. He just does all the, once you get it under contract, you give it to him, and he just takes care of all the rest. Rebecca, good question. Is there anything withheld until you get paid in full? No. Nope. If you do the 3 payments of $499, you get it all. Yep. Now, let's say, Rebecca, you're just a beast and you go and you make 50 offers right away, but you've only made one payment. All right. I will refund you the one payment you made. Does that make sense? Like if you've only made one payment of $499, I'm not going to refund you $14.97. Yeah, Jason. So for digital signatures, FreedomSoft has digital signatures capability, but you can also use DocuSign or HelloSign or something like that. Can I use PayPal to do the 3 payment method? No, I'm sorry. PayPal, you can only do one payment. But here's the thing too. If you have a question about the billing and all that, just send an email to support@joemccall.com. Support@joemccall.com, and we'll help you figure all that out. Cool, guys. I'm telling you, if you're worried about, because I get it, man. I've been there, done that. I've been there where, oh man, I don't know if I can do this, right? Last 3 courses I bought, I didn't do a deal and I wasted all that money, etc. Did any one of those other programs that you bought refunded your money after you completed the program? No, they did not. They might have said, if you do a deal and give us a testimonial and show us a picture of your check, we'll refund your money. But I'm taking away all the risk. Okay. This is kind of like a deposit. I should call it a deposit. You're putting down a deposit of $1,500. In 6 weeks, you just watch all the videos and just ignore videos 4, 5, and 6. Ignore the 4, 5, and 6 modules. Okay. Just ignore them. Just go through the first 3 modules, make 50 offers. Show me what you've done, and I'll send you a refund. That's how confident I am that this works. I have a lot of clients that go through the program and they make offers, they do deals, and they feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to ask for the money back because I made so much more than that back. So they don't ask me for the money back. That's fine. I don't care. And that's awesome, right? I'm just so happy. I want to see you guys do deals. And I know that if you implement this, you'll have such massive success that you'll be a fan. You'll give me great testimonials. You might sign up for something else I sell. You might bring me deals. So it's a win-win-win for everybody involved. And I'm literally taking away the risk here. Cool. Yeah, Jason, that's awesome. That is a good program that you're using. Yeah. All right. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Is anybody on the fence? And you're just like, man, I want to do this, but I don't know. I've got some questions. I have some doubts. I have some skepticism. I don't know if this is for me. What about this? What about that? Any of you have any questions? Jekka, I believe. The answer is maybe. Send an email to support@joemccall.com. Okay. Or just text that phone number. You see the phone number there, 636-249-1510. Just text that number and they'll help you take care of you. Okay, guys. Yes, all of the coaching calls are recorded, Edra. They're all recorded. So if you can't make a call, the weekly coaching calls, you can submit a question in advance. I answer those first, and you can go get the recordings and see the answers to your questions. If you don't want to wait till the next weekly call, just put the question in the Facebook group and we'll answer it in there. Send an email to my support team, support@joelmccall.com. We'll answer it there. Not a problemo. All right, guys, wrap this up. joemccall.com/SLF. joemccall.com/SLF. I appreciate you all. Oh, another question here. Awesome, Ibrahim. I'm looking forward to working with you. Yeah, Ibrahim, you're going to do great, man. I'm just telling you, go through the program, go through modules 1 and 2 and 3. All right. And start making offers. That's it. Right. Start making offers. Awesome, Rebecca. Looking forward to working with you. Anyone else who signed up? How long does this offer last, Joe? I don't know. Good question. You can send an email to support@joemccall.com or text that number and we'll hook you up. We'll take care of you. Okay. I promise. We'll take care of you. Ibrahim, we're going to take care of you too, man. I want you to be one of our success stories. I'm telling you, Ibrahim, there's a lot of unknowns out there. You're like, oh, I don't know. You can do this all online, virtual from anywhere in the world. All right. And you don't have to be the one to buy the deals and close on them and take title to them. You know what? I'm maybe using foreign language to you, but you do not have to be the one to actually buy the deal and all of that. You can partner with guys like me and other funding companies that will take the deal and sell it, do all of the work of selling the deal, and then split the profits with you 50-50. And it'll all be legal, signed with contracts. Okay. In fact, one of the guys that we do this with is in the UK. He's from Germany. I think he married a lady from the UK, and that's where he's living. Maybe he's living in Spain, actually. That's all the same. Just kidding. All right. Anything else, guys? Anything else? All right. We got to wrap this up. Appreciate y'all. Take care. Talk soon. I'm really looking forward to working with you guys. Okay.